I want to do a review of the Olight S2 Baton. This is a very nice flashlight. Full disclosure, it was sent to me for review, and one of the neat things that's been happening lately is that some folks are sending me items to review, but I will always do an impartial and fair review of their product. This light has 5 different settings, 5 different light settings. I'm going to have to show you the first one straight on because it's called Moonlight. It just barely light enough if you were outside in the dark to see a map or something like that. It wouldn't give away your position at all. I think that's half a lumen. And then hold the button down. It goes to a low. Hold it down, it goes to a medium. Hold it down again, goes to a high. Hold it down again, it goes to a turbo. But anyway, it's just a great light. At any point when the light is on, click it 3 times and it goes to a strobe, a very disorienting, fast strobe. I've got some lights that have just a slow pulse, not near as disorienting as this fast pulse. That is very much disorienting. The turbo, the highest setting, most everybody wants to know about lumens. The highest setting on this light on turbo is 950 lumens. That is bright. Most anybody knows anything about lumens, you know that 950 is a lot. It casts a beam 142 meters. That is something we'll show you in a minute outside when it gets dark. Some of the other functions, if you've got it on a certain level, and then punch the button twice, it'll blink once. That means it's on a 3-minute timer. It'll turn off by itself in 3 minutes. Punch it twice, it blinks twice, and that gives you a 9-minute duration. It'll turn itself off in 9 minutes. Press and it's off. You can toggle between the 9 minutes and the 3 minutes also if you change your mind. It's got a stainless steel bezel. It's got a stainless steel ring around the switch. It's shock resistant up to 1.5 meters, a drop of 1.5 meters. It's got a nice clip. Very nice clip. That is heavy duty. That's not going to get torn off easily. It's got a real nice lanyard also. That is, if it's not 550, it's equivalent to 550. Real nice, heavy duty, adjustable lanyard. I like that. And this is substantial. It's anodized aluminum, I believe, and it's not heavy at all. Even with a battery in it, it's not very heavy. But it's a nice light. We'll take it outside in a minute. Let me just read you some of the stats on it. It's got an LED bulb in it. Is a Cree XM-L2 U3. Again, the maximum output is 950 lumens, and it doesn't have an adjustment as far as the beam, you know, to widen or narrow the beam like some of them do by either twisting or pulling. Some of the flashlights I have do that. This doesn't, but it doesn't seem to need it because it's got a wide enough beam, but it's also got that straight beam, that over 140 meter beam. So far, this is a nice light. It has a thermal safety management program in that if you have it on turbo, and it will only stay on turbo for about 2 minutes, and at that point it starts dropping back to, it starts ramping down slowly to 50%. It's a thermal protection program that they built into it, which is a neat thing to have also. Okay, it's got a flat tail on it, and it's got a very strong magnet. You can stick that to a refrigerator. If you're under a car, you can stick it to a metal part under the car. Again, that right there is a very strong magnet, and so that comes in handy also. Now, I'm not an expert on flashlights, but I have a bunch of flashlights, and this is going to be my go-to light now. Now, if you're looking for a $3 flashlight or a $5 flashlight, if you're the kind of guy that walks in a convenience store and buys the light sitting on the counter, and that's good enough for you, then you're not going to want this, because again, it's not a $10 light. This is about a $50 light, but it's going to be my go-to light. It's bright, it's heavy duty. I know it's going to go when I want it to go, and it's going to take the abuse. It's going to take, to a certain extent, it's going to be waterproof. It's positive polarity protected, which means if you turn the battery, put the battery in backwards, it's not going to hurt the electronics in it. It's just not going to work. And then you flip the battery around right, and then it'll work for you. Now, this does not come with a battery, so you need to keep that in mind. Below the video, I will put I will put links to the flashlight, links to the battery. And this takes a 18650 battery, the long 18650 battery. Or it takes two CR123A batteries. It's got a sleeve that comes with it, a plastic sleeve that you put two of the 123As in it, and it's the same as having the longer battery, the 18650. And if you're using the CR123s, double stacking those in here, the times are shorter. The times are shorter by about 30-40%. Now, I'm not by any means an expert on flashlights. I know what I like, and I know what I have. This beats everything that I own, and I have several. But I do have a close relative that is in law enforcement, and he looked at this, and he was very, very impressed. He liked the magnetic base on it. He says he can, if he's clearing a house, he could go put it on a refrigerator, stick it to a refrigerator. He likes the strobe, very disorienting. He was impressed. He was impressed. Someone whose life depends on a good flashlight, I consider them much more of an expert than I am. Okay, so I'm outside with the Olight S2 Baton. I hesitate to go outside because I've never seen a video camera really pick up a flashlight and the capabilities of it outside. It just camera just doesn't do justice what your eyes does. But these are my peach trees, nectarine trees. You'll see a little yellow thing down at the bottom going straight across. That's about 50 yards away. Some of those trees way back in the back are about 60 or 70 yards away, and I can see them pretty well. This really lights up nice. Again, that's right at my feet. It's about a 3-foot circle, and then so it does have a fairly wide beam. It's not adjustable, but it does have a fairly wide beam close up when you need it, if you're out walking. The biggest, brightest part is about 3 feet in diameter, and then it goes out from there with a nice, very walkable light. I mean, you're not going to have problems with it, but where it shines is way out in the distance, and that is really nice. So this is going to be my review. Before I came out here, I looked on Amazon for a comparable flashlight. And the Surefire, which is everybody's first choice, seems like, when they really want a nice light. The Surefire that is comparable to this is, I'll just put it out here, is 1,000 lumens. This is 950, so a little bit brighter, 50 lumens brighter than this, and it's $200, right at $200. So that gives you an idea. This is a $50 flashlight, as opposed to a $200 Surefire. And I don't think the Surefire has all the other features in it that this one does, the timer and the memory and things like that. So I believe this is going to be a better buy for you. Give it a shot. Olight S2 Baton. I think you'll like it.